Brian Candy Podcast, episode 969. Yes. Welcome to the show. Hello.
Oh, man. Susie, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, Sarah. How are you?
I am good. I am riding the high that comes with those times where I have to have big dick energy.
Oh, tell me.
So
you do. That is like your time to shine.
You know I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I have to do that and like tell somebody off or you know, finagle, yes.
Yeah.
Or come in with a shit ton of information and be like,
oh my God, that is your
out,
favorite.
You
love like well actuallying.
Yep. Remember when the Toyota dealership wrote in the notes, customer was correct, and I was like, I'm gonna frame this.
She's gonna like print it out.
Yes. I had it. I printed it. I'm saving that. I'm like, that's going in my journal. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So my girlfriend is getting a new car. And so we go to the dealership. And I love my sweet baby angel more than anything in the whole world.
Me too.
And she is so...
I asked if we could be sister wives recently.
Yes. And I said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just the non-sexual kind.
Thank you. Yeah, platonic sister
platonic,
wives.
Right. Which is probably how it ends up being
they
in
all
those
are.
situations, because let's be real.
That's
They're
why they
like,
use the word sister.
Yeah, right. So, okay. So she is so talented in so many ways and so good at so many things.
Yep. But we all have our strengths and we all have our not strengths.
And I tell her before we go in there, I'm like, okay, we're gonna go in and like we're gonna like play it cool, you know, because we're like, don't look too eager.
Breezy.
We're you know, not making any deals today, kind of thing. Like let's not
Window shopping.
We're test drive. We're supposed to be test driving cars.
She's kicking the tires.
Yeah, kicking the tires. Exactly. It's so funny because now that is like you just go kick them. Yeah, looks good to me.
Looks good.
It's like that's basically what you do. Okay, so she comes in there and I have this like, okay, we're playing it cool. Plus, I know that I'm very good at this stuff. Because I got screwed over the first time. It is, and it's unfortunately it's a skill set you have to learn the hard way. And I learned the hard way when I went into a dealership going, my company gave me, look at my pit stains. Actually, don't look at them, but I have them.
That's not stains.
I mean, not pit stains, sweat
just
marks.
wetness.
Just like wetness. That's not mysterious.
Well,
but
you've been through a lot today.
I have. Okay, it's like the nervous sweats.
She was in the hot seat at the dealership.
So yeah, no joke. so my first time getting a car with like, you know, me buying it myself, I go in like, my company gave me $300 a month. What do you got?
You
What?
said that?
Yes.
That's
I went the
so
wrong direction.
smart.
Like I knew the car I wanted,
good.
and I was like, my company, and this was at the time where my car payment should have been like $195, and they were like, oh, $300? Well, wouldn't you know it?
I see.
The car payment was exactly $300 a month.
Oh no! Right.
I went the wrong direction.
You revealed too much.
Oh yeah.
I hear you.
I told him,
Okay.
this is how much I have. What car do you have for me? Rather than saying, this is the car I like.
What can you do
I
for me?
had
What's the best?
Well,
Yeah.
I went totally the wrong direction, and they wouldn't you know it, $299 was how much my car payment was. That was
not great.
Right.
But that's okay. Live and learn. That's
lived and learned.
lesson.
So then
that's a lesson.
all the next cars I get, I am not going to be taken for a ride. So I do my research. I find everything out. I even when I went in there with my ex-husband and I caught stuff in the numbers while they were going through it. I'm like, what's this extra thing? Oh, we're going to charge you this much per tire to put nitrous air in it or whatever. No, we don't need that. Take that out. It was like $1,000+ that I found with that. Other things
my gosh.
I am so fucking good. And I read every and when the lawyer, and remember when I was going through my divorce, and then they tried to say like, and they didn't think I was going to actually, like, they tried to, what is it when you don't think somebody's going to do it, and then they do it. It's like threaten, like, I don't know what the word is. It's like a game of chicken. And I was like, yeah, I called their bluff. That was it.
Yes.
That's the expression. I called their bluff, and I was like, oh, I will do that. Because they didn't think I'd put the work in. And I am just enough I'm just enough neurodivergent to do it. So I did. So I'm going in there like, we got this. Just follow my lead. We like switched how, like, I'm like holding her hand on top, I'm like the I'm the top, baby. It's like that.
Yeah.
And the second we see that car, it's like everything goes out the window, and she goes, "Oh my God, I love it! Look at this!
No.
Look at." I was like, okay. Well,
every salesperson runs
exactly.
to her.
I was like, now I know all those guys who you see who are like, well, the lady wants what the lady wants, and they do that. I was that. I was that. I was like, well, the little lady knows what she wants. Like, I'm not even buying the car. But she's still like, I was like, well, I guess we're getting this,
Right.
And it was like, this is all of that went out the window. And so I love her so much.
I can like picture her,
but
like,
she has no poker
over
face.
The hood, like hugging it.
That was it. I have video. And she's like,
God.
"Oh my God, take a picture of me." Yeah.
Aww.
I said that. I was like, let me take a picture of you in it, so I can show you how hot you look in it.
I could see her being like, how much is like a big bow that we could put on top of it?
And she was so cute and so happy. It's the happiest I've ever seen her. It was adorable. I took video. It was so cute. But I was like, there's no.
No.
I was like, so I guess we're not doing that, huh?
No.
And I said, honey, you have no poker face. I will not be taking you to play Texas Hold'em anytime soon, because she's going to be like, are 2 A's good? I'm going to be like, okay, well.
But she's nice.
She is the cutest and sweetest. And so I'm very happy that she is going to be in a nice new car, and just like, we are living our best lesbian life.
That's for sure. I mean,
because I'll give you 2 guesses what kind of car it is, and you'll only need one.
The first one doesn't count.
Yeah.
Right, because like, I'm sure at that dealership, when they saw you two coming.
I said the same thing, Suze. I was like, we are there. The saleswoman said, she's like, I couldn't be straighter, but then went into this whole list of like why Subaru is so good for gay people, basically. It was like this gay sales pitch. And like,
lesbians.
It is really cute. And I do really, lesbians.
Yeah, you all do.
We do.
I mean,
and we're like, yes, we get it.
Sometimes we're all
stereotypes. She was basically saying, you people buy these cars.
Yeah, you people.
We're like, yes, we do. Yes.
Wow. Well, and hey, I'm glad she's happy.
She is happy, and I am happy, and for her, and just it's just so fun. Like I just, it's fun when you have a joyful partner, and I can imagine what kids, like seeing a kid get excited about a toy or get excited about something.
Yeah.
Like watching, it really is like it's so fun to watch somebody else get excited about something. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't wait.
It's better for your partner though, because you can spoil kids, and I have. And is consequential.
That's true. If they're an adult and grown up, like you can, right. It's more fun watching, and then watching things that like people just like, it's more like milestones in adult life that you're like, oh,
it feels good. Yeah.
Feels good. So, that's my little life update and how I'm doing. So that's why I've got pit stains, because I'm not pit stains. Why I keep saying that?
You were
sweating because I was like, oh God, we're making deal. I got to read contracts. I got to like calm this excited lady down.
You got to read the small print.
Both the salesperson and my girlfriend. Right. Both of them are so thrilled.
Everyone's happy.
Yes.
You and the bank.
And I'm just like, how can we save another $200? Like, I was like, I even was like, make sure they throw in floor mats. She goes, they come I said, let's see if we can get them to throw in some of those like the nice floor mats. Mm-hmm. And she's like, they already come with them. And I'm like,
I'm fully loaded.
Then that is all I needed to say.
I loved when we were talking beforehand, and you were like, how she was like, bumper to bumper.
Because she's like, I told her she's gonna get sold and everything. She's so excited. It's the cutest thing in the whole world. So she was saying, we were talking about like the extended warranty, and she's just like,
she had no chill.
She's like, no,
just psyched.
She's just psyched.
That phrase is so specific, and you don't hear it a lot, but everyone knows it. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Well, I'll tell you what else can be bumper to bumper and is so appropriate for episode 969. And that is that we have a partner called Beducated.
I love this partner.
This
is so great. This is, remember when we talked in the show about how to please a woman, how to give oral sex. And you said that I should get a Nobel Prize for this. Well, you would think that every single person on here should be a Nobel Prize winner because that is what Beducated is doing.
Yeah. Well, because you
sex education.
You think everybody sort of has the same information and we all don't. Like we
Nope.
all learn in different ways and have different resources, and you cannot trust like the old Google and hope for the best. You need somebody to tell you who actually knows about all of the stuff, bodies and how people work and the differences and the ranges and all that stuff. So
in a safe and comfortable environment and not
right. Beducated is that. And it is such a great resource, and you can learn so much about what goes on in bedrooms and what you might want to go on in yours. And they gave us a deal too. You can sign up to Beducated with our code, which is BrainCandy69.
Nice.
To get 65% off the yearly pass, which is the biggest discount of the year. It's risk-free. You can try for 14 days, money-back guarantee, which try it for 14 days, see what you think. Everybody's spending all this money on like Christmas gifts and all that. And it's like, why don't you give yourself a little gift?
Yeah.
And sign up for Beducated. But I don't think you'll have regrets, but the guarantee makes it risk-free. So give it a whirl. BrainCandy69 is the code, and it's Beducated.
It's such a fun thing to do with your partner. It's a very good way to have foreplay without putting any work in.
That's true.
Yeah,
right.
It's sexy to talk about sex.
Everybody loves that.
Yes. Okay. I have some fun stories. This one is kind of car related.
Okay.
And this is a fun one to talk about. It's the story of one of like the most unexpected crossover events, really. And it's the way that Formula One pit crews helped save babies in hospitals. Have you heard this?
No.
Okay. You think that those things are not at all connected. But this was happening at Grand Ormond Street Hospital in London. It's one of the best children's hospitals in the world. And the cardiac surgery team was running into a problem with infant surgeries, these surgeries, because the most dangerous moment of the whole operation is not the actual surgery, it's the handoff afterwards when they're handing the heart, when they're doing like a heart transplant and doing anything related like in the heart or anything like it's the handing off. So basically pediatric of organs, and when any baby need like an organ transplant. Aww. So the pediatric heart surgeons were that's when a lot of the accidents were happening on these very like medically fragile babies. And then they'd have to move the tiny little human from the operating room to the ICU, and that handoff involves cords and monitors and ventilators, and it's so like
scary.
It's like they said it's like unplugging the world's smallest little NASA mission and then plugging it back in somewhere else. And even if people are excellent at their jobs, it's still super chaotic to plug that all in. A lot of people talking, a lot of overlapping tasks, and there was no single person who was ever running the show. There was no like system in place. So one night, there are two surgeons who go to a Formula One race, and they see the pit crew.
That
and
is
they
the most
see
interesting
them
part of the race
get
team.
the pit crew in and out to do everything,
it's
to
like
change the
7
oil.
seconds.
Yeah. And they're like, in that many seconds, they figured out how to do all of that.
Yeah.
And they're like, we gotta. Here's what they noticed. He said that it was the closest thing he's seen to telepathy. That everyone has exactly
it's
one
intuitive.
job.
Yeah.
Nobody talks except the team leader. Oh my God, it makes me want to cry because I think of like little babies, and I think of the moment where they were like, NASA pit crew, this is like, that's it. And then all the lives that were saved from like something else. I love that. That is like
a better system.
These are the kind of things where I'm like, ChatGPT could never.
Yeah, right.
You know? So all the movement is choreographed and milliseconds matter. And so the doctors were like, this is what we need to do. in ICU handoff. So they reached out to Ferrari's F1 team, and the team was like, absolutely,
we got
we'll help.
you. Fuck yeah.
So they came to the hospital, watched the medical handover, and gave notes, just like they were judging that, like judging a pit crew. And they literally redesigned the entire process.
That's amazing. I love that.
It's the cutest story ever. And it's like they designed this pit crew style choreography for transferring the babies. So there's one designated leader who calls the timing. There's a silent. I don't know why it makes me cry, because I think of like all of them working and like the little babies, and it's so cute and like so cute. So a silent phase where no one talks, clear roles and no duplicate responsibilities, a physical layout mapped like a pit lane, and a checklist that matches the flow of the handoff. It's like so fucking cute that they were like, and then I can just imagine them all like, okay.
I'm trying to picture it in my brain, because it's like,
oh, it's so cute.
I dread to think what they were doing. I mean,
like everybody and everybody's talking over each other and yelling. They said
and all those chords and beeps and and things that can get hurt.
Yeah, they said it was like turning a medical crisis moment into almost like ballet, like a choreographed.
Right.
And it worked. After they implemented the new system, fewer errors, faster transitions, better outcomes, all because some pediatric surgeons went to a car race.
That's incredible. I don't know how they do it even with cars. Dude, it's extraordinary.
It's so good. There was this gal that I used to follow. I don't know why I stopped. Maybe because she got like weird, and CrossFit people kind of get weird like that. I think it might have been something like that. But her name was Christmas. I remember that. And she was a pit crew, like a female pit crew.
That's
like,
cool.
And she had one of the fastest times, and like she would like slide in on her knees, and it's fucking hot.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And
I mean,
just
it's excellence is hot.
Yeah. So that was my drill noise.
It does, like when I watch it, it does get on my nerves that like pretty much the whole deal comes down to those pit crew things.
Can you change a tire fastest?
Because they act like it's about drive. I know it's both, but like it does feel like if they fuck up, there is no recovering.
But I do oh my God. Could you imagine one screw out?
Right, like you just drop something.
You die, right. Yeah, it really is. I do like those solo sports, I should say solo sports in quotes, because the ones that aren't actually solo sports, where they look like that, maybe on surface level,
like what?
But like everything, like I feel like snowboarders. Those guys, but they have guys who design the tricks, guys who design like to train. They've got somebody who's like shaping out the half pipes and everything like that, like the training for that. Like when I watched the Shaun White documentary, even though he's on our list now.
Yeah, he's on our list. But
but I was like, there's a lot. Those coaches and like the people, and even the Diane Nyad story of her, like the distant swimmers. That's a boat. That's,
Yeah, even runners.
Oh yeah,
like they have. I know it's coaching. It's different, but it's like they have like nutritionists.
Oh my God, yes.
Everything.
Yes.
So yeah, they're just like the face of it.
Yeah. I'd be interested to hear from Jordan from the challenge, who is like, he's like a NASCAR racer now. Or is he F1? I don't know.
No, he's definitely not F1.
Okay. Because
I don't even know if he's NASCAR, but I know he's a race car driver.
Race car driver. Yeah.
I'm sure there's like
levels.
Leagues. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably like different groups.
Yeah. Get it. And I saw a video of the energy it takes to stop, like to use the brakes on a NASCAR car, like a race or an F1, one of those two. Like how much leg work. Holy shit! Like nobody could do it. And then right next to it, it was like a little model of it where you use your foot, you press down, and then it had like a light that said, how much you were braking.
It's going so fast?
Yeah, like the amount of like how those cars are built. Yeah, what you have to do to press down on that brake to actually get the car to stop is they got to be really strong.
I mean, they do say it's an endurance sport, which is funny because it certainly doesn't look like that.
It does not look like that. It is so weird. That's why I'm like, I don't.
That's what
driving?
It's like going on a road trip with my mother.
Right.
Also an endurance, different kind, different kind.
Different kind. Oh, okay. That's very
She's
funny.
like, just let me pack my lumbar support.
Let
me get my
Susie,
box fan.
Susie, listen, we are gonna be there. In not that long. I was thinking about this because we're like when my mom sees people who like any people who are even like 2 years older than her, she's like, oh, like they're so cute. Like, look at those little old people. And I'm like, mother, you're there like tomorrow in 1 year. So like, do you realize this? So I think maybe like I'm starting to realize that I don't realize how old I'm getting because you never feel like you're getting old, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
And it's all starting to hit, but we're young at heart, you know?
That's so true, Sarah.
It really is. And my next story is about a little girl who is keeping that childlike wonder and everything alive. I think
what helps us keep it alive, though, is ritual vitamins.
Yes, it does.
We want to have vitality.
Yes.
And
at the very least, nice skin.
Yeah, nice skin. We want to have protein.
Yeah.
We want to have vitamins. And we've been taking Ritual for ages. And they have so many different varieties now. I just take the regs, but you can take like prenatal. There's
I still like the prenatal one because of I like how it's the smell. It's that orange.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet orange.
Mine's
and I like
mint.
that.
Right. And like it's designed, the prenatal one is designed with morning sickness in mind, which, I mean, what a gift. Like they're accommodating the needs of people that are expecting. But all of their products are third-party tested. And so they are transparent in what's in their product, which is so important and not required by the law, which drives me nuts. And I like that they have like the omega-3 and all that jazz. But we have been on this forever, so now you got to get on it. Don't settle for less than evidence-based support. Our listeners get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/braincandy. That's ritual.com/braincandy for 25% off your first month. And their protein is really tasty. So if you're looking for protein, this would be a great option.
Yes. Okay.
So this little girl.
So do you remember? I think we talked about this story a long time ago. There was a story about a little girl named Bethan. She was about 5 years old at the time, who visited Pool Museum. It was in 2019. She visited Pool Museum with her mom, and she was learning about museums, and her mom was telling her that at museums...
I love this story.
It's the fucking cutest story ever. Okay, all my stories are adorable today. I'm just pulling at your heartstrings.
She's in that mood.
I am in that mood. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it could be because I found out somebody who's very close to me in my life is going to have a baby, and I'm very excited. So it's like I get to be an auntie and like...
That's nice. That's
I'm so excited. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, back to this cute little girl. She's at the museum, and the mom's telling her like museums are where they keep some of like the things that are really precious that people have decided like are very valuable and very important. They put them in the museum and they put them on display for other people to enjoy.
Yeah.
So she was at the museum and she had a very special little rock that she carried around her pocket. And so she offered the museum, I think she wrote a letter to the museum, maybe she just handed it.
I think she went up to a guy and said, hey, I heard the news that you take this stuff.
Yeah.
Share it with everyone.
The museum was like, absolutely, we will take that. So they put the rock in a glass case to look after it, and so people could see it. And they put it, and it's labeled Bethan's Rock, and they gave a whole little description about it. It's so cute. And
it's so cute.
It also increased the visitors, visitors.
Everyone wants to see Bethan's Rock.
Everybody wanted to see. So Atlas Obscura, the rock is listed as a treasured find, not for significant scientific importance, but because of Bethan's gesture and what it represents about community and memory. So freaking cute.
The best.
So then they were able to get a lot more funding, and the museum has now reopened. It reopened this November after it was like it got a whole like redevelopment plan, and Bethan's Rock is being highlighted as one of its star attractions.
I bet.
And according to the museum's redevelopment plan, the redesign focuses on inclusive design, making the museum more accessible and restoring historic buildings and then creating new gallery space. Isn't
That's
that
lovely.
so stinking cute?
Yeah.
All because of this little girl
who thought, like, her mom gave her an age-appropriate explanation for what museum, and then she took it literally.
Yeah. She's like, oh, well, this is very important. Here you go.
They should have a whole exhibit where people can give things that are meaningful to them and then provide, like, the story of why.
Well, I
People
think that's
of all
show
ages,
and tell.
Maybe even just children, yeah. But
And
like
show-
also
and-
adults.
I think that's a really good. I saw this really cute wedding that was online, like some viral Instagram post, and it was about a school themed wedding, and everything they did,
okay.
and it was so cute. And instead of doing speeches, they did show and tell.
Right.
And so their speech, like
Was
the
it
people,
still about the couple?
where they would like bring
Sure.
up something that was like special and then talk about the couple in that way. But they posed it as show and tell. But now that you say that, I think it would be a cute idea for just like different organizations and communities, like different groups, to like have a displays at museums or something. Like, this is this group's show and tell. It would also help teach you about like different people, different culture.
Yeah. And what's
Yeah.
meaningful to people.
This is one of my favorite books. I have it. I had this growing up in my house, and then I found it on online on Amazon probably, and bought it even though it's old. It's called Material World, and it's a global family portrait, and so it's just portraits of houses and people inside their homes.
I do love seeing inside
And then
people's houses.
it gives all of the facts about it: the average size, number of radios, telephones, automobiles, most valued possessions by the father, the mother, per capita income. I would go through this and just and then they would give a list of the objects in the photos. Like, it was so fucking cool to go through all of the. It's such a good book. I've bought it for purchased it for a few people. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
island
it's
living,
just
and you just like
interesting
learn
to see how people
about-
live and what they value.
I would like that with people who are giving it consensually, not stuff that was often stolen or
Yeah,
taken.
museums are really at a
They can be a little
difficult moment.
yeah. That's why I'm like, take the jewels. I don't fucking care.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Have you
Hot
heard
take.
if they caught all those guys?
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they caught them, but they didn't get the jewels.
Oh.
Those babies
Okay.
are gone.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
how
Jeez.
long do you think? How long did they get?
They haven't had a trial.
Oh,
Yeah. You got to be patient, Sarah. These
I
things
know.
take time.
They do.
The
but
hand of the
that's
law.
right. That's right. What am
The
I
long
thinking? It's
arm
been
of
like
the
5
law.
days. And I'm like, have they, how
Are they gonna
long?
fry?
Are they? I just want to be like, free the thieves, free the jewel thieves.
Justice
Just for the jewel
for
heist.
clever thieves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Well, like, if we make a Netflix movie about that, we can use the funds from that to, like, I don't know, pay for their defense. Anyways.
Please.
Okay, what other fun stories do I have to tell you? This is one that I have this at the top of my list. I don't know why I keep skipping it. But
Interesting.
yeah, it's
Probably a dud.
It probably is, but we can talk about it anyway. There was a study that was done in 2017 that was, and this is like an academic study called Shaped by Their Daughters, Executives, Female Socialization, and Corporate Social Responsibility. And the authors looked at whether having daughters versus sons influences the behavior of CEOs in terms of their corporate social responsibility.
Sure.
And they found that raising daughters may lead to greater female socialization, basically more values and better empathy, which affected executives' decisions specifically around their social responsibility, which, I mean, basically men who had daughters became more empathetic, more socially responsible, and more generous.
I mean, all right.
But it's kind of sad because that
That's
means
right.
that like
That's what I
men
mean.
need to raise a girl before they start caring about women.
They need somebody that they don't see sexually, and I don't know why a mom doesn't count.
Oh,
but I think that's
God,
it. Then
that's
they're not
it?
an object. Then
I
they
was
can
gonna
see
say
them
they're
as
not
human
objectified.
beings. But I guess it's
but even
better.
that is sometimes that's like we give them away when they get married. Like
Yeah, true.
that is still an you kind of
Well,
see,
that's still a
and that
problem,
whole
yeah.
like purity of like I'm gonna get
Oh
like
yeah, I gotta protect
purity
this
ring kind of
pure
thing. That feels
I
very.
hate it, and that's why whenever people say like to politicians, like, you know, what would you want for your daughters and your mom?
Yeah.
It's like, why do they have to contextualize it like that for them to see women as not as fully human?
Right.
So like,
Well,
that's sad.
I think that's what happens when you have a patriarchal a society that makes the women the other.
Mm-hmm.
There's really, it's hard to know a difference. They're like
wacky.
conditioned to default to male.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same way you can see it when men and women walk down the street, that women will often move out of the way for men.
Yeah, I have. I absolutely won't move.
I'm just like, oh, and you should see me in
I
a
have
fucking
run
middle
into
seat
a
on a
lot
plane.
Oh no! Oh, she's doing both armrests.
Taking both armrests if
I
they're
think
men.
the middle-
Oh,
I-
yes, I am.
I think the middle should always get both.
Well, I force my way into that, and then I'm like man spreading as much as I can because they're trying to do it. I'm like, somebody's gonna claim the 2 inches that my knees don't fill of my own seat, so I gotta claim it, or their knees are going to. And really, I'm just filling up my own fucking seat space. But if I
You're, like,
don't,
fighting for what you bought.
yes, then they will. So, and I gotta get my serious tone and get angry in my mind, and then with my elbows.
I know.
Very
I do wish
passive
you could-
aggressively.
I do. Maybe it would probably work to just be like, "Hey, oh my gosh, would you mind BBB?" But
If
it's
I
so awkward.
could do that, if I and you know what, that might have worked
most
when I was
people would
younger.
respond,
I
but,
feel
like,
like
why should you
now
have to do
they don't. You have to be like flirty, and now I'm just like, hey. Move.
Hey.
I'm so not. And I do not. I like, you can do nothing for me. I do not cater to them.
Right.
It's
Well,
very
hey, I'm
freeing.
glad you're fighting for what you deserve.
Yeah, elbow room. You know. This article also was there was another article that went well with this one that I had together with this one that talked about male mutual fund managers and with daughters. And they found that
Pete's
male
sake.
mutual fund managers with daughters took less financial risks and showed more social responsibility before with investments before after becoming fathers.
I mean, okay.
And they sampled, thousands of U.S. mutual fund managers over several years, and they didn't the daughters didn't change the investment returns. They just changed their priorities. They became more cautious, more community minded, and more ethics focused.
Man, that is.
And there
great,
was
but
no comparable
so
effect
lame.
found for having sons.
Well, yeah, because that's just reinforcing the fucking
Yeah.
things we already thought. I'm always like, you people are crazy.
Yeah. And do you think there's a little bit of this is like men imagining their daughters' futures? Like, why do they become more, what do you think it is that, like, is it empathy or self-interest in a way? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like,
That's
what?
a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why? Because that sounds like they become more cautious,
Yeah.
right? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Cautious.
Yeah. That it literally is what it says.
And so, but presumably these
More
aren't
cautious,
this
community
isn't
minded,
their
and ethics
money.
focused.
This is their clients' money, right?
Right. Right.
So it
right.
doesn't benefit them. Well, a little. I
The
mean,
future
they
of
get
the and I guess what they get. Yeah,
I
maybe
think
it does
it's implying
change.
though that they're actually willing to make less, hypothetically, if
like in the yeah.
it's
like-
a greater likelihood overall that this will benefit. But like, how would having a daughter create that?
Right. It makes them more community minded and more ethics focused.
Listen, well, I'll take what we can get, but my God. It just
Right.
basically is like it makes them less like animals.
Yeah. Like what is it about having daughters that makes men all of a sudden more like, why would you not be community minded with a son?
Maybe there's a sense that like that takes a village thing.
I know, that's actually what I think. And there's something about the or what if it's this more like with a man or with a son, it's like well, he's got to learn and he needs the competition or the there's like that father son kind of competition.
Testosterone.
Yeah. That he needs and that I need the community to take care of my daughter when I'm gone in a way, but my male son, I've given him all the skills to do it on his own. It's like more individualistic in a way. Does that kind of make sense?
I can see that. Yeah.
I'm like making up a theory as I go because I can't.
Because it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And they don't provide a lot of like explanation for it anyway. And then it kind of argues that empathy is experiential. Like not like it's is it something that's you're learning? How do we learn empathy? Through experiences that we have, or through like what we're it's what we're born with, or intellectually. It's more
right. They're saying that it's like emotional versus rational. Kind
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Which is also annoying because it's empathy should be reasonable.
Right.
That's what the golden rule is.
Right. And we should understand that. And it's like, no, we have to like be in these certain situations in order to gain empathy. God, if
I don't
that's
think
the
women
case,
do. Are these
no.
women CEOs? Are they women financial planners?
No, they
Did
don't
you do
change
the
at
old
all.
like logic thing where you like assume they're all men?
No, they did say
did they
male.
say?
They said male.
Oh, okay.
They said
That makes me feel better.
I was like, oh, what? And then it does say male mutual
Good.
fund
Okay,
managers
good.
with daughters. That is the daughters didn't change that no comparable results for having sons.
It's funny that they didn't say what was true for women who have sons and daughters, whatever.
Right.
I'll tell you,
I
no
would've
matter
liked
what you have, children-wise or parent-wise, everybody could use an aura frame.
Absolutely, they can.
They're the best gift. They are so cute. They are so fun to give to people.
It is the perfect gift for anybody, like the kind of people that when you would open up a photo album would be like, oh.
Yeah.
And everybody has grandmas, aunts. My brother is like that.
Yes.
He loves a photo album.
A heart.
Yeah. Oh my
it's
God.
basically photos and now videos you can upload.
I love that you taught me that.
To the frames, and you can send them to them anytime after you give the frames. So like you can update it all the time, and then it's like a big surprise party. They're just looking at their frame in their house, and all of a sudden they're seeing you chopping down a Christmas tree or whatever the heck, and it's so sweet. And then you can feel close to each other even if you don't happen to live near each other. It's a really fun gift. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code BRAINCANDY at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code BRAINCANDY. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. But also, like, whenever I had a relative who was sick, and she had one in her room where she was, and just couldn't leave the bed.
Oh, yeah.
And so then you can send photos all the time, and they get to see. And
I love that.
it's a nice gift for someone that's like going through some medical
God,
stuff
I
too.
would have loved that when I was just laid up for 3
because people
months.
could send funny stuff too.
Yeah, and then it just pops up, and then a video plays.
And then you
sound
LOL.
like- of course.
Mhm.
Oh, that's really funny. Cute. Okay, then another study on fatherhood and managerial style, and this was a Danish study, I think, or a study from Denmark, and fathers with daughters tend to manage more compassionately and less aggressively. They're more likely to increase pay for female employees and close gender wage gaps. Of course, this is data from Denmark, but it said that daughters had the biggest effect on fathers who were previously less egalitarian. And the more daughters the father had, the stronger the shift in managerial behavior. But no similar change was observed for mothers. The effect seems specific to fathers' gendered perspectives.
Right. So the ladies were all fine to begin with.
Yeah. Men, it basically means that like men need personal stakes in order to see women's struggles.
Yes, that is succinctly put. And that is the whole message of all of these studies, is that like they can't conceptualize it until it affects their fucking loved one.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So-
well, it's better than nothing. I'll take it.
Right.
You know?
You'll take
if that's what it takes, great. Okay,
Yeah.
something.
Right. It just means that there should be like a requirement that all men in leadership positions. Oh, Obama. That I think all men in leadership should have to have like at least 2 daughters. That's what I was gonna say.
Minimum,
and then
minimum.
I was like, oh.
I wonder if it is.
But like 2 daughters that like he sees
well, yeah.
regularly. Like he has
Yeah,
to
you
like
can't be an absentee.
be present in their life. Like
You can't be
that's-
like my dad, like sleeping.
yeah.
Sleeping through my childhood. But like, I do wonder if like you have more daughters, then it's like exponential, or
Yes,
even...
that's what that it did say that it increased.
Oh, okay.
That where did it say? Yeah, that the more daughters a father had, the stronger the shift in managerial
Did you say that
behavior.
already?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. That's great. Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that? So
Yeah,
we just
okay.
need dads to be and don't you meet those like dads that have a bunch of daughters and they do
Yeah, there's a sweetness.
there is because like they've probably had their nails painted.
Yeah, and
They've probably had a tea party.
see how their daughters are treated
Yes.
systemically.
And this yep.
That's
they
real hard
see-
to deny.
Right.
When your daughter gets whatever.
Or you see the ways that people objectify her or look at her, or all of a sudden it's like, whoa, this is happening.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's why it's important to, have girls. I don't know how I was going to end that, but
I mean, like I said, it's like we'll take what we can get.
yeah.
Can I tell you a fun fact?
Yes.
I just read this right before our show, so it's on my mind. Do you remember when I watched the Milli Vanilli documentary,
Yes, I do.
which was great, by the way?
Yeah. What was it
And-
called? It should have had a punny name, like blame it on something.
Right, because the alive one, Fab, his memoir is called "You Know It's True." I can't remember. It was probably just
Girl,
called the
you
Milli
know
Vanilli
it's
story,
true.
but so obviously Milli Vanilli was famously the joke of the Grammys after they won, and then had to give it back because it wasn't them singing on there.
Oh my God.
And they have since all this 35 years, all this time have been like the symbol of like a mess.
Yeah.
A musical mess. Whoa, what were you gonna say?
No, I want you to finish, but they've got it. They can't be the only ones who've done that.
Wow. Do you have any suspects?
No, none at all.
Me
but
neither.
but
I think they are the only ones that were that, maybe like where you like bolster a vocal or something, but like they didn't even barely speak English. They were German or whatever. And in interviews, it was like a fucking
that
whatever.
is so funny that like they weren't even good at cover. Okay, but
It was so brazen.
It really was.
And like the people that did sing on it were like American, portly, black men.
Yeah.
That have beautiful voices, and you thought that they weren't going to say, hey, guess what, that's me? At some point. Anyway, okay. Well, I love this new development. Okay, so Rob from Milli Vanilli unfortunately died, but Fab, who was in the documentary, he just keeps on singing. And even in the documentary, he did like a cappella. He was trying to prove that he can sing and everything, and that's real great. But ironically, Fab is nominated for a Grammy right now.
No!
For his audiobook of that memoir.
Well, he should win it just because of that.
Just because it's hilarious.
Just because it's there's somehow I could use that in therapy as like, there's a message in there.
Oh, that's a nice thing to think, right? Like that's what your brain goes to. Is like, how can I use this as an illustration?
That does. I feel like that illustrates something beautiful. That like the thing he could have been taken down by that, but then he's
telling the story.
He's telling the
of
story.
Shame,
yes,
and is now being
was rewarded for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's. I like that. Remember, people,
that in the old file cabinet.
Yeah, I am. Just like I just want everybody listening to just think about that and reflect on that and think about how that maybe impacts their own life. And
I don't think he's going to win because he's up against like Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson and the Dalai Lama, but you never know.
Wow, I will say the Grammy for spoken word for reading of audiobook maybe the most diverse group of all awards of any award.
That's a good point. But that is it. Did you happen to see? It was the funniest thing ever. Do you remember Tan Mom?
Yes. Remember I told you because I not that long ago talked to you about how Tan Mom ran for some political
office. She was going to try her hand in politics.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
I don't know how that turned out, but I suspect not great. But she had a memoir. I don't know if it was self-published, but it certainly sounds like it because she did an audiobook version. And they played a clip of it on Howard Stern.
Stop
and like she's reading the sentence and then like will turn the page of her own book. And it like her fingers got caught, and it took like ages for her to.
Oh no, Susie! I have secondary like
cringe. And Robin was like, "What is happening right now?" And the caption was like, "It's a real page turner," and I think it's called.
It's got to have a punny name.
I think it's called Tan.
No.
I sent it to Gretchen. I should check.
That is so funny. It's just talked about her.
I love it. And hey, you never know. Maybe Tan Mom, you know what I mean? If she had done a better job, she could have gotten her Grammy. Is that not hilarious?
I mean, I'm interested to hear what he sounds like. Like, because you got to be good on a book to be. Is it the book?
Yeah, I do wonder
what makes you win the.
Yeah,
the
it
Grammy.
Must be like
the quality of the book or the reading of it.
Right, it has to be the reading of it.
It has to be because that's what you're getting an award for. Mm-hmm. So that's talent. Why don't you just do voiceovers and shit? He had a good voice, but not. I know, me too.
Yeah, it's just his reading voice.
That wasn't good.
English language singing voice. wasn't ready at the time.
Yeah.
He did sound good,
What
like
if
when he
found
sang.
what if we find out that it was a
What
voiceover though?
if he didn't read it?
I didn't really read it.
Sarah. Oh my God. Or like, what if Ketanji Brown Jackson didn't? But that is
Yeah.
true because audiobooks aren't always read by the author.
Right.
He was probably insistent, like, listen, everybody, I'm reading this one.
Yeah.
This is all me. We can't hire an actor. Right.
Yeah. It's like nobody else. Videotape this. Make sure you document the evidence.
We need a notary public
Yes.
to be in the room.
Somebody notarize this.
But
like the Guinness Book of Records officiate, like us. They need us to just sign off. Yep, we did see this.
it's legit.
It's legit.
If you were him,
Mhm.
would you feel like, well, I have to go to the Grammys? Like, this is
100%.
yeah.
And I
But
would do
I'm
something
sure
funny
there would
like
be-
wear the same outfit. Like,
Oh my God, that would be amazing. I hope he
Iconic.
has the kind of courage to do that because it'd be great.
iconic.
But like, I could also see where someone would just feel like almost triggered by it. Because I remember in the documentary them saying like, we did not want to win that Grammy because they knew that they'd get all this attention.
God. Of
and then
course
they
not.
won.
Okay. No, you know what I would do is I would go, but I would be so humble and I would downplay. I'd be very like downplayed and wear
You
something
wouldn't wanna make a
very
joke about it.
traditional. No, I would be like black tie, suit, white, like so
Play
classic.
it safe.
Play it super safe. Play it like really.
Wow, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I think I would just to say like
Like
to show the to show kind of like the difference, the like the I don't know, maybe, but also be authentic. I don't want anybody to not be true to themselves. But
Well,
that's
because
just
this article that I was reading was on NPR, and it was saying though that happening had a huge effect on the organization of the Grammys because they were already not inclined to acknowledge like pop artists and stuff.
yeah.
And so now it's so
Oh.
much more like pop artists have to like prove staying power,
Yes.
staying power. Like Bieber and Harry Styles, they had to like show that they were
Yes.
not just like fly by night,
Yeah.
and that these subgenres that
Yeah,
don't
you're
get a
right.
lot of respect are still have to fight so hard because of those bozos and
Yeah.
their producer. And so
Yeah.
like I could see him
Ugh.
being like, I don't want to
Right.
get
Not
all
want to
this.
go.
But if it
I
were
think
me,
he
I would
should
go
go.
and make I would sort of like be playful about it. Like, can you believe I'm back?
Yeah.
This
You
is
got to
a
go
real-
one of two ways.
Yeah.
You got to pick. I mean that, right? I don't know if like
Well, you have to consider too that it's not like it just happens. You have to be submitted and nominated to be then officially nominated. So like his team
Oh, okay.
made the choice to
That's a good PR move.
right. So I'm sure he'll go.
very
then,
smart. Yeah.
considering that.
Yeah. That's
And maybe he will do it in a way that is like
We are talking about Milli Vanilli for something other than his,
lip syncing.
which is exactly what he probably wants.
So tip of the hat to Fabrice.
Yeah.
Remember when I
Oh,
went to
I was
a
wondering
party
if
at
his name-
house?
No, but also like kind of yes. This is we have the weirdest fucking lives. You just drop that. What am I supposed to do with that information?
I know. That's what I think all the time. I'm like, I mean, it was a really nice house in Beverly Hills, and it was a
Oh,
party,
yeah, and you're like it was
and there
nice.
were wild animals in the yard. Like they had all these animals.
Oh my god, that is
And I was like, what am I doing here?
that is so wild. Yeah.
Anyway, hilarious. And good luck to him. He's probably not going to win, but it's redemptive all the same.
Yes.
Sorry to hijack your episode.
No, I
I
love
just
it.
love that story.
Yeah. What else? Final little bit I want to talk to you about. Well, this is cool. It's the end of the year, so that means that it's time for the Ig Nobel Prizes, which we've talked about before.
Yes.
And it's really cute because now it feels like other people are like we started talking about this years ago, as we did many things on this podcast, and it was not popular But now I feel like other people are catching on that this is a really fun
Right,
award
thanks to
show.
us.
And yeah, well, so it was held this year at Boston University. And the winners, I love this because so many of the people nominated, or the research teams nominated, and the studies that were done were studies that we've talked about on here.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
We are on the cutting edge.
we really are. Of anything that's going to be, it should be like, we could play a game next year. Actually, let's do this.
We could.
Next year,
This is like a potential Ig Award nominee.
we're going to play a game of how many, it's almost like a bingo sheet of
Yeah,
like how
I
many
love
of
this.
the Ig Nobel prizes did we talk about
Yes.
on our show? Because
Yes.
we talked about almost all of these. So
Tell me some.
yes, so it just to refresh everyone's memory. It is organized by, they call it the how do you pronounce ANNALS?
Oh, Annals.
Annals of Improbable Research, and they honor research that's silly but thought-provoking, and often the people who are the recipients of this have sometimes won Nobel Prizes and other like real Nobel Prizes,
Right.
and like they are very
Just blowing off steam.
and but a lot of times it's research that is very helpful, but it's like silly and
comical.
weird
Yeah.
and very comical, and so and they made it very playful, and to start the event, it kicks off, as you may remember, with everybody throwing paper airplanes.
I do not remember that.
Oh yeah, that is very fun.
Nerds are really funny.
They're very fun. So here are the
so
some of the
cute, so
standouts.
wholesome.
In chemistry, there was researchers proposed this wild idea. What if you could eat Teflon mixed into food so that it fills you up without adding any actual calories? And their experiment explored whether PTFE could act as a 0-calorie filler to promote being satisfied.
Yeah.
And they said it's odd, maybe even dangerous, and raised some questions on how we thought about food volume, appetite, and what edible really means. And I think that makes people think, maybe we shouldn't have these in our foods if a whole bunch of them, if we're playing the game of how many of these do you need to be. So
it makes you be like, wait, we are ingesting it.
yeah, correct.
Right.
We did not talk about that one, but we did talk about this next one.
Okay.
A team led by Tomoki Kojima painted clouds.
Very generous, like,
Well,
about
I want to
credit.
give them
Yes.
credit. They
Yeah.
painted cows with zebra-like stripes.
Oh yes.
and
yes.
found that striping dramatically reduces fly bites.
And I just saw that in where was it? Somewhere they were painting these cows with like the thing that like kind of like Dayglow paint, where like then it's like
UV
strobe light
the
kinda.
UV. Yeah. Oh.
So that if they cross the street at night, then the cars can see them or something,
cool.
and it protects them
Yes.
from that too. I love that we're painting cows all the time.
I
now.
do too.
So this was to protect. Yes. Fly bites.
That the visual pattern seemed to confuse the flies, and it cut down the nuisance of flies there, which also reduced the need for pesticides.
I love that.
And
Excellent job.
Excellent job, right? And then we also talked about this next one. In physics, a group of physicists took a culinary puzzler. Why does cacio e pepe pasta sometimes clumpy instead of saying silky? We talked about how to make the perfect cacio e pepe
what is the
according
answer,
to
though?
physics. Remember, we said that it's the phase transition in the sauce depending on the starch concentration and temperature. And they treated this. It said something about like when you have to whisk it, and like the starch content in the water,
And what the temperature ought to be.
and and so it's like,
Well, that is
there
good to know,
help-
because I
and
don't
we
want
talked about it
clumps.
on our show.
I love
So-
that someone's looking into that. And by
We
the way,
nailed
that
that.
reminds me, if anyone would like to buy me a Christmas present, Sarah,
Oh yeah,
I think that spoon that makes food salty is now on the market. And I want it real bad. I think it is available now for purchase.
Well, we
maybe
have to,
in
we have
Asia
to add
only, but
that
I'm not sure.
to the gifts.
This could save
note.
my life. This could
You
protect
should
my heart
you
health.
should hear the funny things that I have on the list of gifts for you.
I'm sure.
They are very good.
I bet.
What did you just say? Salty
The
spoon.
salt spoon. Yeah, I think it's available for purchase, but I don't know that for sure.
So
Just keep it in mind.
yeah, but my ADHD brain is going to forget what the hell that means, and I'm going to end up getting you like some
Just a
little like
spoon
a
and some salt.
spoon like
Oh,
bowl
yeah,
for
like-
salt or like
For a
something
salt
like
crock.
that. Then this was the Ig Nobel Prize for Peace. Researchers from Germany showed that a small amount of alcohol can help people speak a foreign language with more confidence.
I believe that.
And it says it does not make you fluent, but it does seem to reduce anxiety just enough to help.
No joke.
And I love
I'm
that
so
that
glad
was
was
the
confirmed.
Peace Prize.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Because it's stressful when you're not proficient or whatever in a language.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. And then aviation, this one was awarded because these researchers showed what happens when bats get drunk and how
Did we talk about that one?
No, we did not. Their echolocation faltered, their flight slowed, just like us after a few drinks. And the takeaway, if fruit-eating bats consume naturally fermented fruit, there may be real ecological risks, like hitting obstacles. Yeah.
I don't know that anyone's upset about it, though.
I don't think so. Right.
But it's just good to know.
Just good to know. Then in pediatrics and child health, there was a study that was done that showed how garlic in a mother's diet affected her breast milk. And they found that babies nurse longer when their mother has eaten garlic.
Why do you think? It's just tasty.
They said the way flavors travel through what we eat into how babies feed was something that they were able to like look more. I had very little notes. I don't like this is like brief. So I don't know. I like this is just a brief like little bit.
It makes sense.
And then let's see.
I had very
What other
little
ones?
notes. That's
Very little
funny.
notes.
You know what? It's the holidays. We're doing the best we can over here.
And let's see. What are some other ones that? Oh, this is funny. How do you pronounce this word? Is it posthumous? That post death.
I
always
thinking
say
about
this.
It's
I always-
posthumous.
Posthumous
Yeah.
award went to Dr. William B. Bean, who measured his fingernail and toenail growth for 35 years meticulously and recorded all the data for decades. It says it's meditative, it's weird, but it's a reminder of the beauty in sustained observation, even for something so mundane as fingernails. And he got
I mean, I was just
posthumous
thinking about
award
this, you know,
for
because like
literature.
I am fascinated by people on the spectrum. And mostly because I'm just like, I always say I'm like, whatever the opposite of that is. And to my detriment, because like these people contribute so much to society. And I'm just like, LOLs over here. Like, that's it. I got nothing. And they are just like, every day they have that kind of like commitment.
Yeah. And some of these people like are doing like these are their fun, silly studies, but not silly because like they all had a purpose. They all have like an important purpose, but the results are silly. The fun it's silly that we actually studied that to see a bunch of cows, that the researchers painted a bunch of cows like zebras.
It's funny visual.
Yeah, I like that. And it also is a reminder that like scientists are not the problem. That like scientists don't only want what's best. They always are like there's
they
no
just
big
wanna know.
science, you know. It's like they just want to know the answer. And they're all
Because
freaking
it is
nerds.
all important.
Yeah,
It's just that I don't even know how you to apply it. They do. Thank heavens.
they do, right? And then I think through the silly stuff, it's kind of like play in a way, like making it silly and making it fun. And when you learn more through play, and you can. That's what we really need for like growth and real like
Well, any teacher
new
can tell you that.
discoveries.
It's like
So I think that
if
allows
your
for play.
students
in
are
science.
having fun, they're more engaged and they'll learn more.
Yeah, which is
just
what
hard
I
to do
hope
that.
we do on this podcast.
I mean, it is.
Thank you for listening.
I mean,
Hello.
yeah, for real. Thanks for listening, and thank you for using our codes too, which are all on thebraincandypodcast.com. And that is seriously keeping us in business every time
Yes,
you use
thank
those
you.
guys. leave us a 5-star review if you don't have any need for the codes. But I mean, we appreciate every single support. One. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And good work, Sarah. That was so fun.
Oh, thanks. You know.
All right. Off we go. Till next time.
Bye.